New Japan is back. Welcome to the Wrestling Stable Show, where you don't join, you're chosen. It is Tuesday, June 9th. In today's show, I'm going to cover the outcome of last night's press conference from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let's touch on an overview of what was announced, and then we'll go into detail. New Japan's chairman has been working with the Japanese Sports Authority on guidelines for resuming events. Staff and wrestlers have all been subject to antibody testing, and venues have been carefully prepared for a return to action. New Japan Pro Wrestling returns on Monday, June 15th, right around the corner, for a Together Project special. The card and what's going on that night will be announced at the start of the show. We will see the New Japan Cup 2020 kick off on Tuesday, June 16th, the next night, and we will conclude Saturday, July 11th at Osaka-jo Hall. The New Japan Cup Finals will have a crowd at 1/3 building capacity. The remaining of the tournament up until then will be an empty arena. Dominion, the New Japan Pro Wrestling event of the summer, will happen the next night, Sunday, July 12th, also in Osaka-jo Hall at 1/3 building capacity. Sunday, this year's New Japan Cup winner will gain a title shot against double champion Tetsuya Naito on July 12th at Dominion. This is both for the IWGP Intercontinental as well as the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. It was at Osaka-jo Hall in February that Naito had his first successful double title defense against Kenta at New Beginning in Osaka. Naito now finally faces his second challenge in the same building. All of these events will be broadcast live at NJPW World, and Wrestling Stable will have all the coverage and results for you to check out at our website. One man who will miss out on the upcoming events is Tiger Mask as he recovers from colonic diverticulitis. We here at Wrestling Stable wish him a speedy recovery. Due to travel restrictions, we will see that Will Ospreay, Jeff Cobb, and Jay White, among some others, will not be included in the New Japan Cup 2020. The New Japan Cup was originally scheduled for March, and it was originally scheduled to include 32 heavyweights, where the winner would get a shot at double gold at Sakura Genesis on March 31st. Now it's an open weight tournament, heavyweights and junior weights. 13 of the 32 entrants will be junior heavyweights. The winner still gets a shot at double gold. Check out WrestlingStable.com for the bracket and this full analysis. Now let's dive into the first round. Day 1, we'll see Togi Maccabee versus Jota Suci. Togi Maccabee is making his 13th overall entry and second consecutive appearance. This is Jota Suci's New Japan Cup debut. Also, we will see Tomohiro Ishii versus El Desperado. This is Ishii's 12th entry and 5th consecutive. It is El Desperado's New Japan Cup debut. Next, we'll have Toreano versus Giotto. This is Toreano's 15th entry and 15th consecutive. This is Giotto's New Japan Cup debut. Day 1 concludes with Tomoaki Homa versus Oromo Takahashi. It is Homa's 8th overall entry and Takahashi's debut. Remember, historically at the New Japan Anniversary Show, we see the IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus the IWGP Junior Champion. Takahashi was looking for the world title to be on the line at the canceled event this year, or at least become the number one contender with a win over fellow LIJ member Tetsuya Naito. If Naito advances to win the tournament, we will finally see this match that has been 10 years in the making. Day 2 kicks off with the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, versus former manager and close friend turned enemy, Gedo. Last year, Okada won the New Japan World Cup and went on to the Madison Square Garden to face Jay White. He beat Jay White in the main event of that show and won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in the process. In the original bracket that was released, Jay White was meant to face Okada, but now fellow Bullet Club member Gedo will take his spot. Many of the matches from day 1 are first ever matches. The next match on day 2 features two men who know each other very well. Yuji Nagata versus Minoru Suzuki. This is Nagata's 13th entry and second consecutive. This is Suzuki's 6th entry and second consecutive. 4 G1 climaxes, 3 Wrestle Kingdoms, and 2 New Japan Cups have seen Blue Justice go head-to-head with the King, always with violent results. Next, we have 2 men making their New Japan Cup debut. Yuya Uemura versus Kanemaru. The next match also features 2 debuts, as Gabriel Kidd will face Taiji Ishimori in their first ever singles meeting. Day 3 starts off with a bang as Hiroshi Tanahashi takes on Taichi. The Golden Aces will go up against the Dangerous Techers on this night. This is the Aces' 11th entry and 6th consecutive. He won in 2005 and in 2008. This is Taichi's 3rd ever and 3rd in a row. These two met once before, and it was in the 2018 New Japan Cup. Tanahashi won that bout. Next, we have Koto Bushi making his 4th entry and 3rd consecutive. He won it all in 2015. This year, he is facing Zack Sabre Jr., who is making his 3rd entry and 3rd consecutive. ZSJ won it all in 2018. Both men won their respective New Japan Cup debuts. Then we have Ryosuke Taguchi versus Sanada in their first ever meeting. This is Taguchi's 3rd entry and 2nd consecutive. Sanada is making his 4th entry and 4th in a row. Next, we have 2 New Japan Cup debuts as Shingo Takagi faces off against Sho. Day 4 kicks off with Hiroshi Tenzin versus Yoshihashi. This is Tenzan's 10th entry and 2nd consecutive. It is Yoshihashi's 7th entry and 6th consecutive. Next, there is Yo versus Bushi, both in their New Japan Cup debuts. Then we have Satoshi Kojima versus Evil. This is Kojima's 7th entry and 2nd consecutive. It is Evil's 4th entry and 2nd consecutive. The last match in the first round sees Hiroki Goto take on Yujiro Takahashi. This is Goto's 12th entry and 2nd consecutive. He has won the New Japan Cup in 2009, 2010, and 2012. Their singles record matchup is 14 wins for Goto and just 1 for Yujiro. If Yujiro is able to beat Goto, it will be an upset based on their previous win-loss records going one-on-one, and for also eliminating a 3-time winner in the first round. So that is our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode where we're going to talk about some of the main topics in the world of professional wrestling. Let us know on Twitter or YouTube if you have any feedback or things you'd like to see more of or things you'd like to see less of. Thank you for checking out Wrestling Stable, where you don't join, you're chosen.